Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! Seconds from game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead! Behind the screen, Harper got a piece of it, it comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship. Tying run at second, 2 out, Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it, and to the middle of the 15, to the 20, breaks free of the 25, to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the post, 20, 15, Hester 5.
For the 3rd time in 6 seasons, it's one goal achieved. The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup. A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it toward Rizzo. It's in time, and the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to our YouTube channel, Sports Zone Chicago. And if you're watching us from our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, come on, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's the little bell next to it, and that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. And you can also tweet the show. Tweet us at Sports Zone Shy, the THI at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally online, want to know what I did? I try to make it easy for you. These damn hackers got me. So on Facebook, I'm at Shawn.Sierra2025. On X, I am at ShawnSierra33. But I'm on IG, Instagram, and Snapchat. I'm at the Shawn Sierra. We got a great show. We got a lot to talk today, but I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here in the thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, is what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around, and that's you. So bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. Let's check it out. My man, Mr. Southside himself, Mashawn Wallace in the Mickey Ficky house goes, what's up on a hump day? Mashawn. Man, I thought of you yesterday when we had to do those stupid burpees. I was like, God bless it. Damn burpee over the kettlebell, no, over the dumbbells. Those were not fun yesterday. Not fun. But listen, I don't know a lot about a lot, but I do know this. More of the usual suspects will chime in as the show goes on. That, my peoples, I can promise you. Man, we have a lot to talk. Surprisingly, I know this is one of the slower times for sports. Okay, no football. Okay, basketball playoffs. Our team isn't in it. Hockey playoffs, Stanley Cup playoffs are going on. Our team isn't in it. So we have 3 teams. Sorry. Got the Cubs, the Sox, and the Sky, who are in the middle of their seasons right now. Well, the Sky just started their season. And Michelle, how many burpees did you do? I did about, I think it was 40 burpees yesterday. Not fun at all. Not fun at all. Let's see. Yeah, it was 40 burpees exactly. Oh. So, yeah, so we have no hockey, no team in the Stanley Cup Finals, no team in the NBA or Stanley Cup playoffs, no team in the NBA playoffs, Sox, Cubs, and then the Sky. Then we'll talk about the Sky, and they're not even doing very well. They're doing well, but they were just hit. Just got a huge blow. Just went to the Sky. Just happened to the Sky the last game, and wow. That is unfortunate for the Sky after they were off to such a good start. So we have a lot to talk about, believe it or not. Believe it or not. I am excited about my good guys. The White Sox are playing really good baseball right now. And the interesting part about it is, as I told you, we don't need long win streaks. It's the one thing I've told you. We do not need long winning streaks. Nope. Okay? All we have to do is win series. They win yesterday? All we have to do is win series. That's it. And you continue to do that, and we're in a pretty good spot. Okay? Everybody likes the 5-game, 10-game win streak, all the other stuff, but it's okay. What's Tuesday? Monday's result? Cleveland. Okay, yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, bastards. Well, White Sox are 2 games. They're in second place. They're in sole possession of second place in the AL Central. And if you're saying, why are you excited about that? Well, because let's be honest, many people, myself was not one. I was not one of those people, but many people thought the White Sox were going to go for a fourth consecutive 100-loss season, and I said, "There's no way." I said, "There's no way that they're going to be close to 100 losses. None." Right now, the White Sox are 2 games over 500, 25-23. Okay, that's what, 48 games in, almost 50 games in. That's about a third of the season. And let me tell you, I like what they're doing. We're in a good spot. We're not overpowering. Although I'll tell you what, now the weather's getting warmer. The rate field is, I'll tell you what, that is going to be a launching pad, as you saw in the Cubs Sox series. 5 homers against Jameson Taillon in game 2 of that series Saturday. A couple more on Sunday. And from both teams. Both teams hit some homers as well. It's a launching pad. So the White Sox are going to be doing a lot better than most people anticipated this year. But it was there. All the things were there. If you saw the way that they finished the season last year, you would know this isn't a surprise. Once they and we didn't know what we were going to get from Murakami Munetake. Say that 5 times real fast. We had no idea what we were going to get from him. Right? He was a power hitter over in Japan. Excuse me. He was a power hitter over in Japan. He was only 25 years old. He had a 62 home run season, I believe, at one point in this early stage of his career. And a lot of teams passed on him. A lot of teams, well, all of them passed on him, really. And the White Sox were able to sign him. And man, oh man, he is doing well. Second in the bigs, if I'm not mistaken, in homers. At least the American League after Aaron Judge. No, in the bigs because it's him, Schwarber, and so he's second or third. Let me double check because it's Aaron Judge and Kyle Schwarber he's competing with. And I don't think he's competing or chasing them. I just think he just hits homers extremely, very easily. He hits homers. So I don't know what to tell you. The weather's going to warm up. Those baseballs are going to be flying out of the park a lot over on the south side. South side, stand up. I love it. I love it. I love it. The Plankster is in the house. What's up, Plankster? Say good morning, Shawn. Bears fam. Happy hump day. With Shawn, bear down. Bear the freak down, baby. That's what I'm talking about. As I say, Southside, stand up. My man, Rick Gonzalez, is in the house. That's all, amigo. One more for the good guys. You damn right it was, baby. Late, but it was good. We got it in. Southside, stand up. FGB. Hashtag F visiting Wisconsin. Oh, my God, Rick, that makes me laugh every single time. Every single time. Oh, man. But what did I tell you? What have we talked about? Do the little things. There are no big things. All right, and what the White Sox have been doing, they've been getting good key base hits, runners in scoring position. And the one thing that they're not doing is they're not trying to hit a 5-run home run with a runner on first, a runner on second, or runners on first and third. They're not trying to hit a 5-run home run. Okay? The one thing that you have to do in those situations is look for contact. Look for contact. And the White Sox, their hitting coach is doing a phenomenal job of getting their minds right. By that I mean them not going up, trying to overswing, trying to knock it out of the park. And you go up there and you look for contact. You look for contact. And surprisingly, these youngsters, or this young team, or some veterans, but it's a different person every night. I think that's the fun part about it. It's a different person every night. And as we talked with Herb Lawrence earlier on Monday, we talked about that. Different players are stepping up for the White Sox. Randall Grichuk. Who the hell is that? Tristan Peters, former Savannah Banana. Who the hell is that? Okay, in addition to Munetake Murakami and Benintendi and Kosa Montgomery and Miguel Vargas. In addition to those big guys, you have different people stepping up every single night, and that's the fun part about it. You know, with Herb and I, we talked and said, everybody, you know what? Everyone stays ready so they don't have to get ready. And that's the fun part. Whose turn is it tonight? Whose turn is it tonight? And then you got Davis Martin, one of the best pitchers in the American League. I think he has the second or third best ERA in the American League. Dude's dealing. All right. If we ever get that closer situation solidified, we'll be in a much better spot. You know, Sir Anthony Dominguez is making things a little too exciting for us in the ninth inning. All right. As evidenced by the Cubs' 3-run homer on Sunday. And he's got to get his act together, not just because it's the Cubs, but because any team, we can't go into the ninth inning with you after giving you all that money. We can't go into the ninth inning worried. You know, we're looking at a situation where you're holding your breath when Sir Anthony Dominguez comes in. You're holding your breath as a Sox fan. And That's got to stop. Right? You understand that the White Sox had a lot of they were among the leaders in 1-run games last year. They lost a lot of them. Remember the beginning of this season, we lost a couple, and I said let's not get too crazy, not get too upset, because those are going to average out. The White Sox are going to win a lot more 1-run games this year. Just the law of averages. They're better. They're more experienced. They're more calm in those situations, thanks to the manager Will Venable. All right, there was a smart guy who one time said coaching matters. Will Venable has put his stamp on this team from Jump Street, from last year. You see people running out ground balls, eliminating double plays because they're hustling down to first base, like Munatake did on Sunday. He could have said, hey, I'm a home run hitter. I hit a ground ball, bump it, I'm out. He ran his ass down, beat the throw. Miguel Vargas is able to come up with a 2-run double the next batter. Otherwise, because the inning would have been over if they had completed that double play. That's the type of mentality that you have to have. And that's the type of mentality this Southside team has. And it's fun to watch. They will definitely be getting more of my money. Really, Rick has them. He says 10-5 in 1-score games so far. FGB. That's phenomenal. So you got a 2-to-1 chance that you're going to win. You got a 66% chance that you're going to win in 1-run games. That's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good. For a team that just come off 3 consecutive 100-loss seasons, that's pretty damn good. Fun to watch. I'm probably going to go to the Sox-Dodgers game on the 12th. I think they're giving out homies. They got a special Sox hat. It has the homies on it. They're giving they have a homies doll, a bobblehead, or Funko Pop. I don't know if it's a Funko Pop or a bobblehead they're giving out for the homies. they got the Vatos there from LA, Holmes. We're probably going to go to that game. My buddy's going to have a tailgate that Friday. That's going to be fun. What else? They're just fun baseball. The Cubs, they're fun baseball too if you're a Cub fan. All right? The atmosphere, Wrigleyville, pre-gaming at a bar, post-gaming at a bar. All right? What they have to do, they got to get back to the fundamentals. They got to get back to the basics. And I think there's a lot of pressure. That's the one thing we don't have on the South Side right now is pressure. All right, the Cubs have a lot of pressure to win. Cubs are actually in 3rd now in the division. You just have to, that's what expectations do. They put pressure on you. Why didn't they have that on there? Cubs lost yesterday, so they're okay. That's interesting. Why the newspaper doesn't have the late games? I think they're tied with St. Louis for 3rd, 2nd. And remember what I asked? I told you guys. Yeah, they're in 3rd. They're both, them and St. Louis are tied. And remember what I told you guys on Monday. Rick, you're a fool. But what I told you guys on Monday, Cub fans, I said, don't let that emotional loss, series loss, creep in the following series. Because you went from one rival, the Sox, to the other rival, the Milwaukee Brewers. And one of the things you couldn't let those 2 out of 3 games spiral down into more. And guess what? They did. Shawn says the Crosstown series sent the Northsiders in a tailspin. It really did. It really did. My man, King Booker World, checking in. Says Shawn, Mashawn, Plank, Corny, Rick, salute. Yeah, I agree with you, King Booker World. He says the Sox got that Bears ain't over in them. It's not over until the 27th out is recorded, and then it's over. But until then, they go down swinging, kicking, scratching, clawing, biting. Doesn't matter. They go down, and that's what we pay for. That's what we're excited about. That's why people are willing to spend money on this Sox team. I know I'm one of them. I'm one of them. You know, Cub fans, you got your pitching staff has been devastated. Understandable. A lot of injuries. That's just the name of the game. But that's one of the strengths that you had was all those arms, what, 7, maybe 8 starters you had, and you're getting tested. But it's early. We're not even in June. Got June, July, and August. Cub fans, relax. I know it's frustrating. Believe you me. I know it's frustrating. But the Cubs will be back. Just like Sox Park is a launching pad, so is Wrigley when the weather gets warmer. And all of a sudden, you're going to have a whole bunch of guys knocking the ball out of the park. You're probably I could see you for a week averaging 3 home runs a game. Okay? 3 home runs a game. Yes, your pitching staff has to shore up. They've got to improve. But that's why we play the games. So Chicago baseball's at a good spot. I'm really happy about it. Let's get it crack-a-lackin', baby. You know how we do the first segment of every show. It's called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
See, where do we go? Where do we go? You know which way we go. We're going one place and one place only. So we're starting, baby. The good guys. Yeah, baby, baby. On a late night out in the Emerald City. The good guys. The White Sox beat the Mariners 2-1 yesterday. Late last night, Anthony Kay. He got the start. He was on the bump. He got a no decision. 5 1/3. 1 hit. 1 run. 3 walks. 5 punch-outs. Grant Taylor, he came in for the save. His first of the season. Andrew Benintendi. 1 for 4 with an RBI, his 20th. And Chase Mydroth, 1 for 5 with an RBI, his 11th. Tristan Peters, another one of those dudes I was talking about from the Savannah Bananas. He was 1 for 3 with a double, his 5th on the season. Next top of the morning topic, staying with the White Sox. The White Sox are in Seattle for the rubber match today. It's a matinee affair. Well, I guess for them, it is. First pitch is at 3:10 p.m. Central, which means it's 1:10 p.m. out on the left coast. You can catch that game at Chicago Sports Network or listen to it on their flagship station, ESPN 1000. That's 1000 a.m. The probables for today's game. For the good guy, Sean Burke is on the bump. He's 2-3 with a 4.10 ERA going up against Emerson Hancock. For the Seattle Mariners, he's 3-2 with a 3.02 ERA. And here's what we need. Get this. Get this victory here. Take 2 out of 3 and keep it moving. Lost the first one, win the next 2. Beautiful. No long win streaks. No drawing a lot of local and national attention to us. Well, actually, we have local. We don't want a lot of national attention. Just keep doing what we're doing. Winning 2 out of 3. Winning 2 out of 3. We take this one. Okay? That's all we got to do. Good. Keep playing the way you're playing, and don't let that change. Cornelia says, I'm done with them. The Cubs aren't serious contenders with the Dodgers. You don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know that. Listen. Can you honestly say that you cannot see you just won 2 10-game, you had 2 10-game win streaks before the end of May. You had 2 10-game win streaks before the end of May, and you're saying you're done with them. Stop being like that, Cornelius. Baseball ebbs and flows, and you know this. Right now it's ebbing, it's not flowing. But what's to stop you guys from going on another 10-game win streak? You already went on 2 of them. What's to stop you? Stop being like that. The next top of the morning topic, the Cubs. Cubs lost their fourth in a row, second straight to the Brewers, fourth in a row. They lost to the Brewers 5-2 yesterday over on Clark and Addison. Ben Brown got the start. He got the loss. He's 1-2. He went 5 innings, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 6 punch-outs. Nico Horner, 2 for 3 with an RBI. His 30th on the season. Seiya Suzuki was 2 for 4 with an RBI. His 18th on the season. Again, you're playing one of the best teams, a 90-win team. You can't do things to shoot yourselves in the foot. Keeping it moving, staying with the Cubs. Oh, I did this twice. It's crazy. The next top of the morning topic, the Cubs look to avoid getting swept at home today by the Brewers. First pitch is at 6:40 p.m. Central. It's a night game tonight. Okay, 6:40 p.m. Central. And I believe it is Mexican Heritage Night over at Wrigley Field tonight. Let me double check. I believe it's Mexican Heritage Night. Let me see. Yeah. So you have, yes, Wednesday, May 20th, Mexican Heritage Night. Yep. You get T-shirts. My buddy has a VIP package where you can get a jacket. But yeah, Mexican Heritage Night up at Wrigley. All right, but the Cubs are looking to avoid getting swept by the Brewers. First pitch, 6:40. You can catch that on the Marquee Network or listen to it on our flagship station, 104.3 FM or 670 AM. The Score. The probables for today's game. For the Brew Crew, Kyle Harrison's on the bump. He's 4-1 with a 2.08 ERA. He's going up against Edward Cabrera for the Cubs. He's 3-1 with a 4.06 ERA. You can't get swept by Milwaukee. You got to salvage this one. You got to salvage this one. You got to salvage this one. You got to salvage this one because us asshole Sox fans, and I'll be one of them. I'll be like, hey, our series, we sent, like someone said earlier, sent them into a tailspin. You lost for us, and that messed you guys up big time. I'll be on my Cub fan friends. I'll be all over them. Like, hey, and this is Rick. This is crazy. Rick says 2 10-game win streaks and still not in first place is wild, FGB. That is. But let's not forget, Milwaukee, those guys were – it's not like the Cubs ran away with it. Other teams kept winning. The Cubs weren't playing teams in the NL Central, and the other teams in the NL Central stayed winning. Remember, Cincinnati was on top of the division for a while. Cincinnati. The Cubs and Brewers were down there. The Cardinals were above the Cubs at one point. But that is crazy, Rick. 2 10-game win streaks before the end of May, and you're still not in first place. What in the blue hell? Rick puts out the broom emojis. Cornelius said fool's gold. How can you say fool's gold? You can't listen. You can win 2 or 3 in a row on luck and the ball bouncing your way. You don't win 10 in a row by luck. There's some luck in some of those games, but not 10 games in a row. Not 10 games in a row. Rick is a damn fool. Rick's like, let me spark this joint while we bask in the Cubs' misery. FGB. I'm telling you, those asshole Sox fans are starting already. I'm one of them. I'm one of them. Oh, so I got to put this up. This was hilarious. So I put this up yesterday. And people lost their minds. One person's like, that's not, gun violence is bad. You shouldn't put that up. So I was like, shut your stupid ass up. I don't know if you saw it, Rick. Rick's going to love this. But I put it up on Facebook, got a lot of likes, got a lot of interaction. Got a lot of interaction. And some people took offense to this. Peep this. We should all know what movie that is. That's from. Somewhere gun violence is bad, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, it's a scene from a movie, stupid. Like, Ricky! FTV. Cornelius is on one today, boy. Cornelius is mad as hell with all his cubbies. Cornelius says teams have turned the cover off the ball on our pea shooter arms. Thanks, Jed. King Booker Road. Clark. It's the South Side said boys in the hood on them. So it was. I posted it. So, some people got really mad. And most of my Cub fan friends were either talking shit back or just going along with it. You know what I mean? But you always get the Karen, the Ken or the Karen. They're like, oh, you shouldn't glorify gun violence. I'm like, come on, bro. This is a movie. It's a classic movie from the 90s. Relax. It's a scene from it. So people are something else, man. People are something else. Staying with the Cubs. The next top of the morning topic, Pete Crow Armstrong. We're going to talk about this on the other side of the break. Pete Crow Armstrong. This is according to Gordon Eddies from the Chicago Sun-Times. Pete Crow Armstrong has been fined $5,000 for quote-unquote comments made to a fan during Sunday's Cubs-Sox game. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with the fine. And what's $5,000 a PCA? got a $100 million center fielder. It's like, okay, here's lint out of my pocket. We're going to talk about that. Next top of the morning topic, and this one hurts big time. This guy's Rickea Jackson is out for the season after tearing her ACL in a game on Sunday. Man, she was leading the team in scoring with 20-plus points a game. You know, she had 22 points a game. Definitely an all-star season in the making. And now you take 22 points out of that lineup. It's got to be made up somewhere. She was happy. She was happy here. She loved her teammates. She loved playing in the city of Chicago. Now she's out for the year with a torn ACL. That sucks. Thoughts and prayers go out to Rickea Jackson, her family, as she makes a full recovery, and she should. And I don't mean to diminish the injury when I say it's only an ACL. And the reason I say it's only an ACL is because with technology nowadays and the advances of modern medicine, people come back in less than a year and back at 100%, if not better. Okay? From this specific injury. Now, every injury is unique to itself and the player, their pain threshold and the tolerance and all that other stuff. But if you're a pro athlete at this point, you have high pain tolerance. You understand the grind that you're going to have to go through. You're not an average Joe who's unfamiliar with working till you probably puke, physically working, and then continuing to work till your body is exhausted. That's what she's going to have. She's going to have a lot of dark moments. She's going to need her teammates, going to need her family, going to need her friends there. There's going to be a point in time where she's going to be by herself. All right, she better be at the rehab facility if she's rehabbing at the new facility. She better be there every day. Every day, be around the girls, be around the team, and that'll help motivate your spirits because they're gonna be like, "Hey, girl, what's up? Hey, keep going." They're gonna encourage her to continue the rehab, and that's gonna get her through those dark times, and because they're coming, and that hurts. You know, I had a couple of guys, knock on wood, I was fortunate enough to never have torn my ACL, but I had a couple of guys who did it in college. That was back in the early 90s, and the advancements in technology were nowhere near what they are today. Getting them back in a year was lucky. Like if they tore their ACL week 1, we probably wouldn't see them until week 5 or 6 or 7 the following season. So good luck to her. Thoughts and prayers go out to her because, man, that sucks. That sucks. Cornelius, I'm devastated we lost. Rickea, not Shrika. Patty Laird checking in. What up? Theo Shawn, FGB. So Monica and or Jeremiah are probably watching as well. Good morning, guys. Yeah. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. On the other side of the break, we'll get to talking a little more baseball. We'll talk about the PCA situation. Okay. And we have some other good stuff to talk about. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago.
Operator 901, where's the emergency?
127 Brymere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushrooms.
You know you've called 911. This is an
Do
emergency
you
line.
know how long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
No, I don't know, though. I'm scared. I mean, but you're so...
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings. I have my dogs. They're the best. I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
It's a romance sport. What? It's a romance sport like that.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Every body in a work zone is someone somebody.
This is my mom. She works for KDOT.
This is my dad.
This is my mom.
This is my daddy.
This is my sister.
This is my daddy.
This is my son, Scott. He was killed while working in a highway work zone. When you drive through a work zone, drive like a life depends on it. Because it does.
Runners go, and a double steal. The White Sox now have 2 in scoring position in the ninth. Infield is in for the Mariners. Inside out swing, and it gets into right field. My drop comes through as Derek Hill scores. The throw comes to the plate, and my drop takes second. We are tied here in Seattle in the... And the infield stays in, and it goes off the glove of Naylor. Here comes the go-ahead run. Vargas scores. White Sox take their first lead of the night here in the ninth.
What a comeback by the White Sox. The wand is out.
Got him swinging. 1 out here to start this bottom of the ninth. Blew it past him. 2 down in the ninth. 1-2 pitch from Taylor. Yeah, buddy!
Welcome back to Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of Chicago Sports Network. Those were the good guys last night. Didn't I tell you? What have we been saying about these guys? And who said it earlier? Who said it earlier? They got that Bears don't, it ain't over. Gene. My goodness. King Book of World said it. Sox got that Bears ain't over in them. 9th inning, down 1-0. Get guys on. What do we talk about? Key hits. Base hit, Drew, by Chase Mydroth. Got the runner to third. He advanced to second on the throw home. And then how appropriate. The ball goes off Josh Naylor's glove, the guy who's been a Sox killer since he was in Cleveland. Ball goes off his glove, allowing Miguel Vargas to score. Man, you talk about exciting. Man, if you had seen that, you had to be up till, wow, 11 o'clock last night, give or take. I know my ass was asleep. I was tired as hell. But, man, that's what we're talking about. Split the series, split the first 2 games, the rubber matches today, as I mentioned. And we're going to talk about it. The cool part is every time we mention it, I have video proof to show you the Sox just don't quit. There's video proof every single freaking day, even in their losses. And that's what's fun for us right now. Trust me, I'm not sizing us up for World Series rings at all. All I'm saying is we're playing an exciting brand of baseball. It's going to win us a lot of games. Rick, I was up high as a mofo, FGB. I bet you were, Rick. That's my man. I love it. Rick keeps it a buck, man. And nobody judges. No one gives a damn because Rick is Rick, and that's what we expect him to be. And we love it. But let's talk about this. Well, first, I'm sorry. What I didn't get to, a couple things. And some people might not be excited about it because we're not in it. But let's just kind of go finish up some top of the morning topics. Next top of the morning topic, the NBA playoff Eastern Conference Finals yesterday. The New York Knicks beat the Cleveland Cavaliers 115-104. In overtime, the Knicks now lead the series 1-0. What wasn't mentioned is the Knicks came back from 22 points down The Knicks outscored the Cavaliers 44-11 from the last 7:50 of the fourth quarter and overtime. 44-11. That was an epic collapse by the Cleveland Cavaliers. Will they be able to rebound from that? Because they had it. It was over. I'm telling you. Most people in the Garden, a lot of people left. A lot of people left the Garden because the Knicks were down by 22. And they came back in it's the New York Knicks' biggest comeback win. The largest deficit they've ever overcome in the history of that franchise in the playoffs. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. That goes overtime. Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals went to overtime the night before, went to double overtime. And Victor Wembanyama, what do you have? 41 points, 24 rebounds. The fudge crackers is that? On the night that he saw Shai Gilgeous-Alexander receive his MVP award, he's in the building. You know, a lot of times other teams will be in the locker room. San Antonio was out while Shai got his MVP trophy, and Wemby, I bet, was pissed because Wemby easily could have won the MVP this year. And Wemby went off 41-24. What the hell is that? A 40-20 day in the playoffs? Playoffs? Double overtime? Yeah. If you're not watching it, I get it. You don't give a damn, but that's been some good basketball in his first 2 games. The Spurs lead 1-0, and the Knicks now lead the series, Eastern Conference Finals, 1-0 as well. Staying with that, the next top of the morning topic, the Western Conference Finals today, Game 2. Spurs and Thunder tip-off is at 7:30 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on Channel 5 and NBC 5 here in Chicago. As I mentioned, the Spurs lead the series 1-0. That's going to be dope. You want some good – and here's the messed up part. You watch these teams, and you realize how far away our Bulls are from competing with these types of teams. We are light years away from competing with the caliber of the Knicks and Cavaliers, Spurs, and the Thunder. Light years away. But you know the old saying, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. And that's what we have to do. The first step is taken. We found a new vice president in charge of basketball operations, executive president in charge of basketball operations, and he's filling out his staff. So, first step has been taken. Cody said James Harden probably still smoking after the way Brunson roasted him. Brunson was going, man. When he says NBA is in trouble until another Wemby comes along. Yeah, you need another Wemby to stop Wemby. And here's one of the things. I was talking to a guy at the gym yesterday. And I was saying, and Alex Caruso was giving him fits. Obviously not enough fits, 41 points. But my thought was, first of all, they were physical with Wemby, which is understandable. It's playoff basketball. But he was getting the ball at the high post. He was getting it at the free throw line. Why the hell, when you have Alex Caruso guarding him, do you put Wemby at the free throw line and start your offense there? I have no idea. Because now you get a guard who's smaller, lower to the ground. Obviously, he's shorter. Going to make it difficult for him to put it on the floor. Why wouldn't you just go put him in the post? Dump it in. Have Wemby go to work at that point, and whoever collapses, kick out. I don't know. I don't know why they made that so difficult. Wemby could have ended up with 50, and the Spurs won in regulation. Because if you're going to put a 6'4", 6'5" guard on a 7'4" guy, literally over about a foot height difference, come on, man. You have to exploit that matchup. And putting Wemby at the top of the key and starting the offense there and having him dribble, because now people can collapse from there. It's easier when you put the ball on the ground. And you need 2 dribbles. But if you get in the post, all Wemby had to do is get it, turn around, put the ball up over his head, whoop, shoot a la Bill Cartwright. And Alex Caruso has no shot. No shot. Sometimes coaches love to outthink themselves. A lot of times. Stacey King, our color commentary, says it all the time. It's a simple game. It's a simple game. That's a no-brainer. 7'4" over a guy who's 6'4", 6'5". I don't care if another dude doesn't score the whole damn game. And Wemby ends up with 80 or 130 points because he's just eating whoever they put. I don't care. I don't care how many three-point shots OKC hits. People are going to get in foul trouble with Wemby. Put him down the post. I get it. He's light. He's got to work out. But he can hang in that post. He can get people in foul trouble. He can put the ball on the ground, put it on the floor, dribble around, boop, boop. And once he gets it up over your head, he doesn't have to charge because he can just drop it and reach over and dunk it over your head. Rick says, Shawn, but we have all those second-round picks, FGB. All those second-round picks. And the crazy part is, like, OKC has about, I don't know how many first-round. They got a double-digit freaking. How many first-round picks does? Wow. Are you freaking kidding me? The Oklahoma City Thunder hold 13 first-round draft picks over the next 6 years. 13! Are you kidding me? In this year's draft, they have the 12th and the 17th overall. $13 first-round draft picks over the next 6 years. That means they average a little over 2 first-round draft picks every year for the next 6 years. And 27-31, they have an 11 future first-round picks. All right, it's the 13 total, 2 this year, and 27-31, the other 11 is 13. And they have multiple pick swaps. That's insane. That is insane. That's insane. And let me check. How many second-round picks? Oklahoma City Thunder control a massive treasure trove of 21 to 27 second-round picks over the next 7 upcoming NBA drafts. What in the blue hell is that? 13 first-round picks, 21 to 27 second-round picks. I mean, you talk about literally reloading. OKC can do just that. That's insane. That, my people, is just insane. So give me your thoughts. I want to know. This whole PCA thing. PCA fined $5,000. And it's, listen, I understand it. Believe you me, playing sports my whole life, I get it. You know, I get it. I don't need some jamoke talking shit to me after I screwed up. You know what I mean? I don't need that. Who the hell are you? I thought this was one of the funniest things. This is all over social media. Why the internet is undefeated. Fungal Pop. Of course, this is all AI, but how crazy is that? Let me tell you something. Major League Baseball had to do something. Now, like I said before, we've all seen this girl at a bar. Not that particular woman, but we've seen that type of girl at a bar. Loud, obnoxious, drunk, in your face, and you feel like, shut your stupid ass up. Beep. A lot of times it finishes with beep. You drunk, beep. And if you see the play, great effort. There's a 2-run double. PCA's going, he jumps up against the wall, is about to catch it, but he hits the wall, and that jars him, and obviously couple run score. And as he's running, you see it. They showed it down. So she's kind of, if you're watching the screen, she's kind of off to the left, and Pete Carroll, I'm sure, is running to the right, jumps, hits. As he's running to make the jump, she's running over toward him in the patio section. He hits the wall, falls, and when he falls back, his back toward the infield. He's facing the fence and the patio. And allegedly, the girls just said, PCA, you suck. PC AAA, you suck, whatever. And PCA was pissed that he missed the ball. And then he had some Sox fan talking shit to him after, right in his face. So the only thing that separated him was the fence, the chain link fence. And so he said, suck my effing D, B. You got to remember, everybody's filming everything. audio is going to get out. And Major League Baseball is like, okay, I get it, PCA. You went up for a great catch. You missed it. You're pissed. It allowed some runs to score. You're mad. And this drunk chick came over and just started antagonizing you. I get it. But you can't start calling female fans bitches. You can't do that because you're mad. You can't do that because you missed the play and you're emotional. Especially if she's not cursing at you. If she was just saying you suck, PC, AAA, all those things, that's not crossing the line as a fan. That's not crossing the line. They didn't talk about your parents, talk about your kids. I don't know if he has kids. They didn't talk about your significant other. They didn't talk about your sexuality. They didn't have talks about any. All they said was you suck. PC, AAA. Rick says PC has become the most overrated player in Chicago. He's done nothing since the second half of last season, FGB. And I know we're Sox fans, Rick, but you ain't lying. You ain't lying. PCA was electric in the first half of last season. First half. There was MVP, PCA for MVP talks. All the first half of last season. The home runs, stolen bases, the gold glove, the diving catches, the great throws from the outfield. All those things, he was electric. In the second half, Major League pitching caught up to him. His numbers plummeted. And this year, he's doing the same. Cornelius says, I'm having flashbacks of Javi Baez. Yeah, that's a good comp. Rick says, good comp. Cornelius, good comp. He's an emotional player. Let's not get it twisted. He's extremely talented. Extremely talented. So are a lot of other people. And the reason Javi Baez is the comp to him is because they're very emotional. They're flashy. They are must-see TV, but they're emotional players. And you've got to get that under control. The thing that makes you great is a thing that can ruin your career, your emotions. You just can't go around calling female fans for your team or against your team. You just can't start calling them bitches and tell them to suck your dick. Can't do that. So Major League Baseball, which has a lot of female fans. Remember, chicks dig the long ball, remember? We're back in the 90s. You can't, if they would have not fined him, and there are no repercussions to that outburst, that would have showed the entire women's movement and the entire fandom of female fans for the Major League Baseball and it's Major League Baseball. They are okay with his actions, with his speech. That would have shown all the female fans in baseball that you're okay with misogyny, talking to women like that. And you have to understand, women spend. Why do you think they make women's-sized jerseys? Women's-sized hats. Women-colored hats. They'll have the pink Cub hats, the pink Sox hats, the pink Dodger hats, the pink this and this and this. Rick, that's exactly my thought. Exactly. Rick says the Cubs should have fined him before Major League Baseball did. FGB. Exactly. All the women you have up at Wrigley Field, and trust me, I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh, she deserved it," blah 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 blah. No, you don't deserve that. She said you stink. She's heckling an opposing player. And if the reports are correct, and she was just saying, you suck, PC AAA, nowhere near crossing the line, and you cross the line like that, come on, man. The Cubs needed to do that. You have a huge portion of your fan base is women. A huge portion of your fan base. Hell, that's what you guys brag about. Look at all the chicks in Wrigley. All the hot chicks in Wrigley. We got more hot chicks in you in Wrigley than you do in the South Side. That's part of your shtick. The Cubs should have jumped in and said, hey, I don't care what Major League Baseball fines you. We're fining you for conduct detrimental to the team. And it could have been $5,000. It doesn't matter. The amount doesn't matter. It could have been $1. The fact that you understood it was wrong, what he did, and you stepped in and you jumped in and you handled that internally would have gone a long way for this in this situation. So he gets fined an extra $5,000. So he gets fined $10,000 total. Oh, poor baby. What's his contract? Let me see. What's his contract? He just got paid, remember. They just extended him. So he got the money. So what, an extra, $10,000 is going to be? Come on, stop acting silly. Come on, sucker. What is... $6-year, $115 million. So you got your $115 million center fielder telling fans to go suck his F&D, B. And some of the men Cub fans are also a little feminine, FGB. Rick, you're a fool. But Major League Baseball had to do something. I'm surprised the Cubs didn't do anything. Just for PR purposes alone, fine him. It's $115 million. What the hell is $10,000 or $5,000 from the Cubs and $5,000 from Major League Baseball going to do to him? Nothing. Nothing. But it's the symbolic act of fining him that shows that you care about your women customers. That's what that shows. Brandon Shush checking in. What's up, Papa? How are you? I'm good, man. I'm good. It's an emotional. Sports are emotional. And you cannot lead with that. You cannot let your emotions get the best of you. Can't. You've got to understand that they're fans, and especially if they're not crossing the line. especially. Short Hay is in the house. What's up, buddy? How are you? Said I'm late. DFB. DFB. LCBC. Let Caleb be Caleb. FGB. I'm not sure what DLB means. Shorty. You know, I hear you, Shorty. I hear you, Papa. Believe me, I hear you. Yeah. I hope things aren't too bad for you, bro. Good to have you in here in the chat, man. Good to have you. Whoa, calcium score of my heart is 2,000. What? Wow. Your calcium score is 2,000. Holy sheesh. 400 plus is extensive plaque, severe risk of a high risk of a heart attack. Damn. Damn, bro. I am sorry. I'm sorry, my friend. Damn. Thoughts and prayers, bro. Thoughts and prayers. Shorty, I'll give you a call after the show. Damn. Damn, bro. Well, you know you got our support. And everybody over here in the chat, you know we got mad support for you, bro. Thoughts and prayers and well wishes from everybody over here. You know how we do over here, man. So stay strong, and like I said, we'll talk. I'll give you a buzz after the show. That kind of wow. Well, let's look at. I'm a little excited. We talked about it on Monday a little bit, on Friday, and then we talked about it yesterday. And I am more and more okay with this schedule. I'm more and more okay with this schedule. All right. I am definitely seeing 10. I am seeing double-digit wins this year. I mean, we start off the first 6 games, we have 2 tough ones. I don't think Carolina is going to be as difficult as people think. And believe me, I'm not looking past anyone. I think Carolina's a win. I think Minnesota's a win because they're probably going to be playing with Kyler Murray. And them getting – we might catch them at the right time. Eagles is the game that I'm concerned about. But we handled them last year, and I think this offense growing and being more mature is going to be able to do the same thing. The Jets I'm not worried about, and then the Packers the following week. in Green Bay, that's a game that I'm concerned about. ATL, I'm not worried about them. They're the Super Bowl participants. I think we can get the Pats. How is Seattle going to react? I think going into the bye, we could be 7-2. 6-3, the absolute worst, but I think we can go 7-2 going into the bye. 2 losses. Philly, Green Bay. And maybe one of the last 3. Tampa, Seattle, or New England. For 6-3, those are I can see the 3 losses. One of those 3 games. Nah, Shorty, you're not going to kick the bucket. We'll talk, man. We'll do a lot of good, cool stuff. Trust me. Shawn says the Eagles want revenge. I'm sure they do. Like 6-3 sounds about right. FGB, says Rick. See, here's a problem that we have. We are suffering from PTSD, post-traumatic stress from the Bears. Everyone's talking. You're all worried. We're saying, well, who are we going to lose to? Who are we going to lose to? Other teams should be worried about, are we going to lose to the Bears? That's what other teams should be worried about. Are we going to lose to the Bears? Because you can say all you want. Let's keep it a buck. Get this down for a second. People are scared of the Bears. When you come back 7 times, people are scared. People are scared of the Bears. You don't have to like it. You don't even have to admit it. But I'll tell you who is admitting it: defensive coordinators, head coaches, even some players. If you let this team hang around, they just showed you in the playoffs where they came 21-3 against their arch rival in all the other games in the season. And you can't say, well, they stuck up on people. After the 3rd time coming back, you don't think people noticed? After the 3rd comeback win, you don't think people took notice of what the Bears are doing? And said, hey, we can't let this team do that. And guess what? The Bears did it. So they didn't sneak up on people after the 3rd comeback. It didn't. Trust me, head coaches, as a former defensive coordinator, I'm telling you, they did not sneak up on teams. Defensive coordinators knew, hey, they came back against this team. 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 We can't let it happen. And they did it. Shorty says, I have them 14-3. I'm nuts. I love it, Rick. Real talk. Teams are going to fear Coach Jay and Caleb. My bad. FGB. FGB. Plankster. 14-3, and you call yourself a Bears fan? LOL. 17-0, shorty. Shorty says, LMFAO, Plank, you mean 20-0. Rick Gonzalez says, Plank, you call yourself a real Bears fan? 20-0, FGB. But let's start putting some respect and have some faith in our team. You know, I had the Smoke Fellows around Saturday. I produced their show, and Lucky, he might be in the chat, I'm not sure. Lucky Lefty was talking, and he says, there's no game in this schedule, or no game on this schedule this season that I see the Bears just don't have a chance. There's no game at all. And I said, I agree. I don't think there's a team in the NFL that would just blow out the Bears. None. There is no team in the NFL. That if you said the Bears are playing X, Bears got no shot. Especially when they showed you how they can win. They can win in Cincinnati, running the ball, and a rookie running back has 175 freaking yards on the ground. They can win with Caleb throwing for 300 yards. They can win with 4 receivers having over 600 yards each. The different ways the Bears can win is going to be a problem. And now Caleb and the receiving core should get better. That's going to be a big problem. I said back in the early 2000s, and you don't want no problems. You don't want no problems. It's a big problem. Let's not forget Caleb, Rome, Luther Burden, Colson Loveland, DeAndre Swift, Kyle Monangai, Jade Walker, Cole Kmet. They're not learning another offense. They're not learning a new offense this year. They're not. They're not learning a new offense. They are comfortable in this. They're familiar with it, and now they're going to build with it. And a lot of the tweaks that they had to work out, a lot of the kinks in this offense that they had last year will be gone. The consistency, the better understanding of defenses against your system will be much better for Caleb and the Bears. Because, yes, I know what you're doing as on a defense, the responsibilities in cover 1, cover 2, cover 3, cover 6. But how does that work against our system? Well, this receiver should be. This receiver has to know against this coverage, against this team, this is what they like to do. So we might have to adjust our routes a little bit. And they got all that out of the way last year. Growing pains last year. And it didn't seem like growing pains because they won double digits, won the division, won a playoff game, but there were growing pains. The Ravens game, one of them. The Minnesota game, opening weekend, one of them. Green Bay up there, one of them. But now that you have a better understanding of your offense, of your system, now you can easily maneuver and tweak and alter your routes and your different aspects of your play calling or of your job in this play against different defenses and their tendencies. Luther says Luther or Rome. Rick says Luther or Rome get 1,000 or both of them. FGB. There's a chance for both of them, bro. Here's the crazy part. You didn't even mention Colston Loveland. You didn't even mention Colston Loveland. Colston Loveland might be up in there. Because if Rome and Luther get 1,000, I'll tell you what, Colston ain't far behind. He'll have 800. I guarantee it. He'll have 800. Shorty says 1995 and 2014, 2 wide receivers at 1,000 yards. Repeat, Rick. FGB. Actually, repeat, Rick. FGB. FGB wasn't a question, that was a statement. I think it's possible. I think it's possible we have 4 receivers with over 800 yards. Luther's ready to take that step. I think Rome is on a mission to prove he's a true number 1 receiver, number 9 overall pick. And Colston Loveland. Colston Loveland. We can have 3 receivers at over 800 yards. Let's not forget Jade Walker, 400 to 600. Let's not forget the running backs out of the backfield. Let's not forget Cole Kmet, 400 to 600. Let's not forget Xavier Thomas, 200 to 500. Let's not forget all these other players. Sam Rouse, 200 to 500. The cool part is when you have guys who are familiar with the system, like Rome, like Luther, like even Jade Walker, like Cole, like Colston. They can talk to and work with the youngsters. They can work with Xavier Thomas. They can work with Sam Roush. Here's what we're doing. Here's what we do. I know they're telling you to do this and try this. Hey, on this call, make sure you stem a little more, little tricks of the trade, so to speak, because they're familiar with this offense now. Telling you, this team is going to be a lot more dangerous than most people, a lot of people are giving them credit for. Everyone says, oh, you can't come back. You can't have that same thing of comebacks like you did last year. We don't want them. We don't want 7 comebacks like this year. We want 7 times where we have the lead and we maintain it. We want more than 7 times of having the lead and maintaining it. Things are different. Things are different this year with this team. Okay? The confidence that they have, the desire, the way that the season ended last year, they know they should have beat the Rams. They knew, God blessed well, they should have beat the Rams. If it wasn't for that miscommunication between DJ and Caleb, if it wasn't for Caleb just not hitting, just dump it to Kyle Monungai right there, let him get another 10, 15 yards after the catch, Bears kick a field goal or on to the NFC Championship game, and who knows what the hell happens in Seattle. Because running games and defense, they travel. And we had a running game and defense. So when you realize you're 2 plays away from getting to the NFC Championship game, this reminds me so much of 2006. My second year with the Thunder. 2005, I had just come over to the Thunder. I think we had 1 loss that year. Yeah, 1 loss to the team in a division higher than us, like the Eagles. We're playing in the tournament, postseason tournament, and we're out in Peoria playing against the Mid-State Steel, and we scored a touchdown. It was a monsoon. It was raining, no grass left on the field. It was just mud. We scored a touchdown. We missed the extra point. I think we did that in the first quarter. It's raining. It's thundering. It's lightning. We're like, they got to call the game. They got to call the game. There's lightning. There's fans in the stands. Like, and there was a big overhang, too, which was really cool. So the fans were still protected from the rain, the elements. And we're like, they got to call the game. There's lightning. They didn't call the game. They didn't call the game until the Mid-State Steel went down. They scored to tie it and kick the extra point. Then they called the game, and we lost 7-6. The feeling that we had in that locker room is probably the same feeling the Bears had in the locker room after they lost to the Rams. Knowing that it was a feeling of emptiness. It was a feeling of, damn, we let this one get away. There's a feeling of we are much better than that team. And in 2006, we rolled through every team we played. The Mid-State Steel, we played them that next year after they beat us in the postseason in 05. We were down 21-7 going into the fourth quarter. We scored 5 touchdowns. No, 4. I'm sorry. 4 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. I want to say 5 because I scored the first one. I scored 2 of them in 2 of those 5. Like the second or third play of the fourth quarter, I scored. And then I had another one. This is how I feel the Bears are going to be. That loss last year was a kick in the gut because they knew. Brooke knew too. Okay. All my Eddie Murphy people. They knew they should have had that game. They knew they should have been going to Seattle for the NFC Championship game. They knew it. They knew it. Watch out for our Bears this year. And this is why, this is why I love the fact that I played the game for so long. I love the fact that I coached for so long. I can relate. I have these feelings. I can relate this situation to situations that I was in, either as a player or a coach. I'm telling you, what's going on in that locker room, what's going on with Caleb taking control of this team, is something I've seen before, and that was in my own playing career. And watch out. And this is exactly why I say. Listen, everyone's worried about, oh, look at this. The Vikings are tough. The Eagles are tough. The Packers are tough. The Falcons are tough. The Patriots are tough. The Seahawks are tough. The Bucks are tough. You know what? Damn it, we're fucking tough too. We're fucking tough too, and I'm tired of all the self-deprecation. Sometimes, how about having faith in your team? You saw what Ben Johnson did to this team. He revitalized this organization. You saw what he did to Caleb. He brought out the best in Caleb. And you saw how Caleb is now taking that to another level. So let's stop talking shit and being, woe is our Bears, woe is our Bears. Let's stop being conservative. Let's start being confident in the possibilities of what our Bears team can do. Let's stop saying, oh, well, they're good, they're good. We're fucking good. We're good. And let's not forget it. Let's not forget it. Oh, look at this team. Look at the Seattle. Look at the Kansas Cities. How about everyone start saying, how about look at the Bears? Watch out for the Bears because they got a quarterback. Watch out for the Bears. They got a great running game. Watch out for the Bears. They have some great receivers. Watch out for the Bears. They got a brand new kick return who runs a 4-2 way that can kick into the house anytime he wants. Let's start putting some respect on our name. Put some respect on our name. Because we're going to be a Mickey-Ficky problem all goddamn year. Everybody. Because I don't think Ben Johnson's going to take his foot off the gas. I don't think he's going to take his foot off the throats of the players and saying, hey, you better work. I told you, he's another Bill Belichick. His mentality, he is another Bill Belichick. And you saw how well that worked out for Belichick and the Pats. So let's start having some faith in our head coach, in our quarterback, in our offense, in our team. And let's stop deferring to other people as good teams, and we should watch out for them. And then let other people start deferring to us as a good team and watch out for the Bears. Got me fired up before I got to get out of here. Man, almost 2 hours has come and gone. I want to thank you guys. This chat was awesome as always. Shorty in the house, man. I'll tell you, I'll call you a little bit, Shorty. All right, Rick Gonzalez, Shorty, Planksta, Junior, Patty, Cornelius, Mashawn. I think I said the Plankster. Did I miss anybody? Cornelius, Shorty, Mashawn, Plankster, Rick, Brandon. Thank you as well for checking in. Yeah, got everybody. If I missed you, believe me, it was unintentional. I apologize, but I want to say, I think King Booker World. How could I forget you? My bad. King Booker World. Everybody who checked in, I appreciate it. I got mad love. I respect you, and thank you guys for tuning in, because you could be doing other things and have other things on in the background, but you have me and you join me 3 times every week. Okay? I hope you guys have a great day. It's going to be beautiful here in Chicago. All right? Got a high of 60. A little cooler than normal than yesterday, but that's fine. Got a high of 60 today. Sunny. It's beautiful out there. Looks like clouds might be trying to get in here, but 60 degrees. It's a beautiful day. I think it's going to get one more decent day before we break out. 60 today, 62 tomorrow, 64 Friday, 72 Saturday, 74 Sunday, 79 Monday, 76 Tuesday. Okay, so now we're starting to get up a little warmer. Baby, it's coming. It's coming. But I ask you, I implore you, let your loved ones know you love them, because tomorrow is promised to no one. Okay? Tomorrow is promised to no one. And Shorty, I think your situation, you understand that completely. All right? So everybody, let's take heed. Make sure we reach out to people. Okay? Make sure we reach out to people. And also, shameless plug, guys, make sure you get your Sports Zone Chicago gear ready to roll. Get it now. Get it before football season so you have it. We have Sports Zone Chicago hats, hoodies, quarter zips, T-shirts. Okay? We have FGB T-shirts. Get your FGB T-shirts. We have our Bears Victory Monday T-shirts. All right. We have our Good, Better, Best hoodies, our T-shirts here. Good, Better, Best hoodies. Make sure you get those. All right. My man, Michelle Walls got his orange FGB hoodie already. Get it, baby. Get it. All right. Let's not forget, we have the Cigar Fanatic T-shirts for all you cigar smokers. Grab one. Make sure that you rock it whenever you're out at a cigar lounge. Okay. And if you're coming to the boat party, July 25th, 4:30 to 7:30, the Summer of George, 900 South Wells. Okay. A couple different ways to pay: Zelle, PayPal, Venmo. Okay. Music by DY Nemesis, DJ Kuko, and I have one more trick up my sleeve that I'm trying to get done. I want to thank our sponsor. One of the sponsors. I have a few more that I've lined up. Want to thank First Veteran Restoration, my guy Rick Concha, for sponsoring this event. But make sure you get your tickets. Do it now. It's going to happen. You can be like, oh damn, I meant to. Get them as soon as possible. All right, guys, have a great day. Make it a great one. It's Wednesday. A lot of places have Wild Wing Wednesday or Wing Wednesday. I may end up heading to Burger Poppy, where they're $1 today. And the wings are really good. The wings are really good. So I may have. Shorty, why don't you make that a goal, bro? Take care of yourself. Head out here. Come. It's gonna be a boat party. It's gonna be dope. We'll talk. Like I said, I'll give you a call after the show. But listen, I gotta get out of here. I hope you guys have a great day. As I said, let your loved ones know you love them because tomorrow is promised to no one. So from everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. I love you. I appreciate you. And your boy is out.
Come on, race the race.